So, Caitlin Clark is facing off against Rickea Jackson. It's Caitlin Clark versus Rickea Jackson today in what is going to be a tough enough matchup for the Fever because, yes, the Sparks suck. But it's one of those things where it's like, when you are rolling and there's another team that's been really bad, sometimes you're not fully up for the game, you're not focused, you're not ready to play. And then, like, a team can catch you. Like, did they beat the Liberty? They beat somebody good. They beat somebody really good. And the Sparks are someone who have already beaten the Fever. The last time these two teams played, the Sparks won by 6. And like the time before they played was a mad game. Because, well, one, Cameron Brink was still playing when both of these games happened. Like, that's how long ago that was. But like, Cameron Brink had 15 the first time they played and was the best rookie on the floor. Like, Caitlin Clark had 11 points and 2 of 9 from 3, and those 2 threes were back-to-back threes to basically win the game. Like, you're looking at the minutes played. Christy Wallace played 31 minutes. We're looking at a Christy Wallace 31-minute performance. Lexi Hull not even in the lineup. And as always, Celeste Taylor still on the team. Celeste Taylor still on the team. But like, it was that long ago Cameron Brink was there. And the last time these two teams played, Caitlin Clark had 30, but it was the fakest 30-point game I've ever seen. Like, she had 30, 5 and 6 with 7 turnovers. In this stage in her career, I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark still had more turnovers than assists. But like, the team struggled. Aaliyah Boston at 17 in the second half. Kelsey Mitchell was minus 17. She was minus 17 the 28 minutes she played. Kelsey Mitchell at this stage was all over the place. And this was the free fall fever. This was the free fall fever. Like, it was a disaster of a game. Nalissa Smith, this was like right before when she was dropped to the bench and she was liking Auntie Christy Sides tweets. This is long ago, and long enough ago that you could actually see people's liked tweets on Twitter. But yeah, this is going to be a big game tonight. I think this one's going to be big because you're coming up again. It's Caitlin Clark coming up against the only rookie that people still argue is better than Caitlin Clark. Like, after the Angel, as I've said, it's like the Kelsey Mitchell's better is the new but turnovers from the start of the year, and people trying to discredit Caitlin Clark, and the Rickea Jackson is actually the best rookie is the new Angel Reese is actually the best rookie, because I think like you can't go and put 30 on Angel Reese's head when Angel Reese gets the fakest double-double in the history of the sport. So you've got like Rickea Jackson, who's now hooping right now, and a lot of people are saying now that it is Rickea Jackson, even though like Hamby is obviously leading in everything. I think Rickea Jackson has gone to second, if I'm not mistaken, in rookie points per game. No, she's 12.6. But like, if you look at Rickea Jackson, she is an efficient scorer. Like, you got to give credit where credit's due. She is an efficient scorer. Like, she's what, 6'3"? 13, 19, 25, 17, 14, 15, 13, 13, 16, 23. So like, the last time she's had less than 13 points in a game was July the 9th. And like, obviously started the season a little bit slowly, but has really, really picked it up. And again, look, this team sucks. They've won 1 game since July the 13th. And that was against the Liberty. Like, it does show, though, they can be dangerous. Like, look, if you can beat the Liberty, you can beat anyone. The Liberty are easily the best team in the W right now. And I think, did everyone play this game for the Liberty? Like, for the Liberty, yeah. Sabrina played, Stewie played. Their top scorer, in fairness, was Phoebich, which is a bit odd. Either way, Benija Laney was back as well. So this is going to be a tough one. For the Fever, you just want to end this game early. Like, the Sparks cannot match you guys. Like, that's the one thing if you are Indiana, you need to know. The Sparks cannot live with you if you run. Like, Aaliyah Boss, or Derek Hamby is a fine player. And all the Lee Yaroo minutes, you've got to dominate the Lee Yaroo minutes. Like, Lee Yaroo is not an aggressive enough rebounder to really use her height. She's not an aggressive enough rebounder to take advantage of that, and she won't be able to run back on defense. It's going to be a tough tough matchup for Alyssa Smith again on Hamby. And that's the problem with Alyssa Smith. It's not that Alyssa Smith is bad. It's just the power forward position is the toughest position in the W. And you've got Azurá Stevens, who's a decent enough big. I don't see Caitlin Clark having any issue. Oh, actually, Odyssey Sims is on this team now. I don't see Caitlin Clark guarding Odyssey Sims, first of all. I don't see her having any issue on Kia Nurse. I think she'll be able to hide. Just like against the Sky, she was able to hide really easily on Rachel Banham. Like, when you allow Caitlin Clark to hide on defense, she can save her energy, and she tends to have really good offensive games. And, like, look, Kia Nurse is fine. Like, she is a fine player. She actually balled out. Was it this game here? One of the games Kia Nurse just went off. Yeah, it was this one. Kia Nurse 5 of 6 from 3. Like, it's not really going to happen much. So, you've got that type of a matchup for a Caitlin Clark. But again, Kia Nurse can play. I think she was an all-star, wasn't she? Yeah, she was an all-star, albeit it was the same year Erica Wheeler was an all-star. But, like, she's only averaging 7.7 points per game. She's going to need to drop 20. Like, this is a team that struggles to score. Outside of when they played the Wings that time, they're a team that in general has really struggled to score. So, they're very, very, like, reliant. Steph Talbot's fine. Azurá Stevens is a good player. But they're going to be very reliant on Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims is a really good player. And if you're looking at the games they're playing, like, they're not losing close ones really either, it doesn't seem. Like, they lost to the Dream by 18. They beat the Liberty. They lost to the Mystics. Like, they lost to the Sun by 9, but it was a comfortable 9. They lost comfortably to the Aces. They were up, like, 8 going into the fourth against Chicago Sky, and I forgot how to play basketball in the fourth quarter. And I don't know what Kurt Miller's doing. Like, he's been very inconsistent with Rickea Jackson's been still now, even down the stretch. Like, he's been quite inconsistent with how Rickea Jackson's playing. But I just think the Fever are too much for them. Like, the fact is the Fever are in playoff mode. The one issue is there might be the hangover from making the playoffs. Like, they're guaranteed to make it. It might be the hangover game. And if they are going to underperform in a game, it'll be tonight. Like, they should have too much. They should have too much to do this. And I still think the goal for them is to get to that 5th seed. It's like, if they can get to the 5th seed, and they're a young team, like, you're not going to be picking and choosing your matchups. You want to roll going into the playoffs if you're a young team. Because if you can get to that 5th seed, then you can win. You can potentially win around, like, I give them a better chance against the Aces than I do against the Sun or the Lynx. But that's just me. I think you just want to roll. Like, you just want to roll. It doesn't really matter what happens. You just want to keep winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Because that is your best chances to go be the most informed team going into the playoffs, especially as a young team. Anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.